Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've finished one of the prongs, and what I went ahead and did is I carved just a little kind of groove there. That's a barb. So if I go ahead and spear a fish, that should go ahead and help it keep it on, so it's less likely to fall off the spear. I made it pretty sharp. You don't want to make it super fine and thin, otherwise when you hit a fish that has pretty tough scales, it might break. And so I'm going to go ahead and repeat that for all of them, but that's what it should look like when you get at least one done. And that's what they should all look like. Go ahead and look down the middle. You can see that I started from the inside, so now you have a little bit wider of a spread there. So that's, just imagine that, on the rest of the three. That's what your spear should look like. And starting to get kind of low on light, so this might be the last time record for the day. And if I do anything else, the next thing you should see is probably the finished spear, all carved and fire hardened. Okay, so if one of your sticks breaks like this one here did, it's not the end of the world. Just go ahead and try and get it as far down as you can, kind of like I've done, so you can get a fairly good spread. It could probably be a little bit wider, but I think this will probably be good. So now what you want to do is go ahead and get more of your rope or twine and lash around the sticks here to hold them in place, even though they should be pretty tight in there. They shouldn't really want to budge, but you still want to lash around it just to make sure, just to hold it all in place. So when you go ahead and using your spear, as this will be for fish, but some people like to hunt like boar or deer with spears. I don't think I would, but it'll just help keep it sturdy and keep it strong and all together. And I think I'll actually tie these together just to add a little bit more strength. And I'll tie it again over on this side, and then I burn off any excess. We'll kind of melt it together. Okay, so this might take a little bit. Might go quick. I'm trying to go quick. Now you have that all lashed up, and it should hold pretty firm. Shouldn't really want to move. Now you'll want to go ahead and start sharpening yours. Mine might be a little hard, but you would want to try and start on the inside, so you can go ahead and so that it'll have a little bit more spacing. Yours and mine will definitely be a little hard, but it might be a little hard to do. Just get what you can, starting on the inside. This will probably be one of your longer steps, sharpening these all up. But yeah, go ahead and go on the outside, which you'll want a sharp knife, which mine isn't. And you'll want to go ahead and just sharpen it. Again, preferably starting from the inside, just so you can get a better spread in here, so it spreads out larger and you have more of a chance of hitting your fish. And then I'll come back to you once I got that all done. Okay, so now I got this split, and I went ahead and stripped the bark off just so I could see where the split was. Now what I'm going to want to do is go ahead and take something, rope, like a paracord, or in my case twine, because that's all I could find laying around, and you're going to want to go ahead and lash around the bottom of your split so it won't split anymore. I'm just going to kind of real quick tie this up, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire harden mine a little later. So what that'll do is that'll kind of help melt my knot and stuff together, so I won't have to tie it as tight. I won't have to like tie it like my life depends on it. But yeah, you definitely want to wrap it tight, and even if you're gonna fire treat it, you should probably tie it pretty tight. But if you're not gonna fire harden it, then I definitely recommend tying it really tight on the end. I think I'm probably just going to use up the rest of this twine. You don't probably need this much, but a little extra isn't a bad idea. Okay, now, I mean, yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect or anything. It just needs to hold. And I can go ahead and make it better once I go ahead and finish this up. That's something that you can do. You can just, you know, make it, get it ready, and then tighten. Actually, yeah, I'd recommend that. Make it, get it all tightened up. By the way, that's smoke from my fire that I'm going to go ahead and harden it with. So let me real quick grab my sticks. 2 of them, about that big, next to my finger for comparison. Now what you're going to want to do is take one, and I made sure they were a little bit wider than the spear itself. And go ahead and shove it down in there quite a ways. And as it may look like it's getting kind of hard to do, which, yeah, it is a little bit, which is good. You want it to be nice and tight. And you want to do the other one, and you may need to go ahead and grab your knife, and you may need to hit them down further, or if you have something else that's, you know, kind of slender. Yeah, my knife's kind of getting cut up a little bit. Slenderer, which I don't think I have, so I'll just have to make do. You can go ahead and hit those down and get them down so it's nice and tight down there. Yeah, having a little bit of troubles. Not too many, but a little. And once you go ahead and do that, okay, today I'm going to be showing you how to make a fishing spear. So what you first want to do is you want to go ahead and get a sapling, or preferably a sapling, any straight green branch, about 2 inches thick at the base. That's where you'll be splitting it to make your 4-prong spear. And what you want to do is go ahead and clean off any branches that there are and cut it to your length, like I've done. And what you want to do is you want to take out a knife and probably some kind of piece of wood to hit it against, because you need to go ahead and split it right down the middle. Split your stick for your spear right down the middle. This one might be a little long, so it might be a little hard. Yeah, I just made it kind of long so I can use it for all sorts of things. And you'll wanna go ahead and try and split it right about down the middle with your knife. Go ahead and have it, and you want to split it down about 8 inches. About 8 inches down, if you can. And preferably, you'd probably want a little bit bigger knife. I'll go a little further. Sure, I'll call that good. Then, what you want to do is turn it 90 degrees, so this split's going straight up, and you want to split it again, so you get 4 prongs, again, right down the middle, just like that. And go ahead and do the same thing till about the same depth, 8 inches. Crap. Don't drop it. Go ahead and do the same thing, and until you get your 4 prongs. There we go. Now you have 4 prongs. What you want to do is go ahead and tie something around the bottom to keep them from splitting more, and then go ahead and you can have 2 green sticks, not that big, probably just about as big as the bit on the end here, maybe a little bit smaller even, and go ahead and put them down your splits right here to spread out your prongs, and I'll be back just in a bit to show you.